And we got to talk about the Tennessee side of things. Our friend Marcus Cartel on YouTube is asking, who would Tennessee get out of the portal that would fit their offensive philosophy? I think everybody just keeps saying it's a great destination for someone to go to, a quarterback-friendly offense. But if they had their pick of the litter, I mean, are there potential names that you think could fit well?
Yeah, there's names that I'm sure we've heard a lot on the Tennessee message boards, right?
Yeah.
A lot of those are pie in the sky.
Yeah.
We've heard
They're
Cade
dreaming.
Klubnik, we've heard Avery Johnson, we've heard Luke Altmaier. There's names maybe like Stephen Jelly that you should keep an eye out for. And that's kind of where this is, right? Like an Avery Johnson or a Klubnik, that might be tough. Getting a guy like Altmaier out of Illinois could be really, really difficult because everything of what Chris Hummer said, those guys have the advantage of continuity. I mean, you're talking about year 3 for all those guys in that system. That's a big deal to take the flight risk to go to Tennessee, even with how friendly of an offense and a scheme that is. That's leaving a lot behind. So all the cases that we just made for Nico, we would be doing the opposite with the other guys that are really talented and say, hold on, we'll just leave your situation to go play at Tennessee. So alluding back to what Chris said in the beginning, which is I think they go get a veteran arm here. And I think if that guy's available, the problem is I think they're going to have a hard time shaking the tree to see like, all right, like a caliber of player that I think they would be able to get, that I think would be able to help them compete this year would be a guy like Miller Moss. Now, he's at Louisville. I'm not saying that, but that would ideally be the type of player that you're looking for this year or the next 2 years. So Gio Lopez is a name that I brought up. It sounds like that one's almost done or at the finish line with North Carolina. So that would be another ideal
That's
guy.
the best one right now.
That's the best one right now that is currently
Actually
available.
available.
And outside of that, I got to be honest with you, I'm having a hard time coming up with a name.
Coop, you know why you're having a hard time? Just like everybody else is, including everyone in that building in Tennessee. And one of the hardest things to do is in being a general manager and a head coach is bringing in a player that you know does not elevate your team. And you want to fool your team and want them to believe that, yes, this quarterback is the answer for us. No. The quarterbacks that's the best option for us just walked out of our building. So as much as we want to say go get the best one that's in the portal right now, you and I both know in order for Tennessee to get back to the level of 10-2 play, yeah, they're going to have to go to that anticipation board.
And it's important. Here's the other thing that's really important is like we can have a different discussion on like what level or what tier of quarterback prospect they should be after. But like if it doesn't work out with Merklinger, if it doesn't work out with McIntyre, you're in a really tough situation with 2 young quarterbacks that haven't played a lot of ball where you can rock their confidence. And listen, I know a lot of people, including myself, our team at 24/7 Sports has a ton of faith and conviction in Faison Brandon, but that's a lot to put on his shoulders as well, right? Even Nico had the benefit of redshirting his freshman year. So, this is a super tricky situation in Knoxville. Right now, I can't give you one name that's like, yeah, that one makes so much sense for both parties. And I think that's the hard part. Yeah, maybe it makes sense for Tennessee, but why would that quarterback want to leave their current situation?
Yeah, it's tough. I will point out with the Luke Altmaier situation, it's kind of ironic when he came back and said he was going to return for another season. You remember the drama at the basketball game? Illinois was playing Tennessee at the time, so I don't know if that's something that would happen again. But that's, another huge declaration of he wanted to come back for his senior year and he wants to play with the Illini. So message boards are not real life, but he can continue to dream. And we words to live by, but no, we'll definitely see what happens with the Tennessee situation. Of course, everything happening with Nico too is definitely going to be top of mind. That's what most of our YouTube comments look like right now too. LL on YouTube says that, I think you're right. Do you want Oregon to take a shot at Nico, or do you want to see Dante Moore run the show? And so that's something that a lot of front offices and coaches and stuff are having to kind of weigh right now.
See, those are the $1 million decisions.
Yeah.
That most people think you just go in and just, okay, we're going to blow up our entire locker room by bringing somebody in on the first day of when the spring portal opens up, just so it can be okay. Yeah, Dante Moore's been doing a good job of being the quarterback right now and being a leader in that locker room. So once you have that quarterback that's established for your 15 practices, and also perceivably your leader of that team, you're going to say, hey, you know what? Thanks for coming in, but we got that new quarterback coming in, and he's going to be that new guy. And everybody in the locker room has to buy in. That's not as easily said as being done.
Yeah, last thing, if Nico would have played maybe better last season, there would be some schools that would have taken him on at this point. But
Easier pill to
that's
swallow.
Right. That's not the case.